alphabet and the cereal. I forget why I'm here alone. Sentiment for a different song. Left it back to IG. Open the DM. I think he liked me. Asiatic black man. Affinity with black dance. The walls is caving. The laws is changing. Because he ain't the guy we made him. They all forget him. I think I wrote a song about confusion and perception. Messages and bottles. Disillusion on the guest list. You said +1, so where your +1 at? I hope he finds his way to Arizona now. I hope he finds 15 minutes. You hold
Mike and Mike at night, baby.
Let's go.
Leroy in the house.
Hey, y'all gotta get ready for this. Got some heat for y'all today.
She lost the battle. I'm thinking she found the bottle. Blueberry bubbles, I'm bassinet in my hideout. Baby said turn the lights on. Mama said go to bed now. I had a dream I rocked my baby fast asleep.
What's up, David? Long time no talk to. He in the house.
Or a mother's intuition. How my kitchen sounds like church bells.
Hey, we gonna get a live one for y'all today.
White picket fence, crop with a cream. I know this is a song for overcoming and me running out of space. Dance with me, dance with me.
Hey, we here, Mike and Mike at night. Our news, our business.
Yeah.
So if you here at nighttime, you here at the right time. Let's go. Hey, we got a live show planned for you all today. For all of those out there that want to be inspired, want to be uplifted, want to know that there are still good, strong, determined black men left right here in Denver. The place where they say that there ain't what?
There ain't what?
No black people.
There ain't no black
Hey,
people.
we here, and we in the house. We live and direct coming today. My man Mike, and it's my chef T Mike on the mic. You already know what you like. That's why you're here right now. So check this
Give me
out.
5 on the black hand.
Hey, on the black hand side, there we
hand
go. That's
side.
how we do it around
That's
here.
how we do it, baby.
We all about the black people. Not that we don't love the others, but we love ourselves. So we gonna love,
support,
and protect ourselves
yes, sir.
all day long and twice on Sundays. You know that was the day Mama liked. What y'all used to do on Sunday?
Eat Sunday dinner.
What y'all do before that?
Watch football.
Okay, all right.
Have Mama make breakfast.
Well, let
early
me
in the
tell you what we
morning.
did. I got up listening to KDKO. Okay, and
Yeah.
KDKO was rocking the gospel Sunday morning
Yeah.
on the way to church.
Yeah.
And you might have just had a piece of toast or something. So by the time service was over, you was hungry.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Because back in the day we was in, church service was all day long.
Well, I appreciate you guys for joining us today. Yesterday we had a good show with Brother Jeff. He came in and dropped some real jewels on us. And we got another good brother lined up for y'all today. And he's going to drop some real jewels on us as well. But before we get to that, what we want to do is send some shots out to the black businesses that we have out there. Try to support, love, and protect them as well, and let them know that we're thinking about them. We know that their paperwork is important. And when I say paperwork, what I mean is the paper that you work for. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
we got to make sure that nest egg is secure. So right now we're going to send some shots out. We're going to uplift some businesses and let you all know that we still love, support, and protecting you. And if you got a black business that you guys want us to shoot out on here, go ahead and drop us something in the inbox or give us a call. You know who we are. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, and we'd like to give an apology. We forgot to do the business announcements. That's why we're doing at the beginning of the show. So the first out is my cousin Diamond Dimmer, my cousin-in-law. She just opened a nutrition shop. It's called Bennett Nutrition. Address is 475 Palmer Avenue in Bennett, Colorado, 80102. And I like that, y'all, because she out there in Bennett, Colorado.
Come on
so
now.
she trying to
There's
get
black
her.
people in Bennett?
I don't know. There may be some, but she's saying I'm
one
gonna
of
get
them.
everybody out there.
Okay, that's what's up.
She
Go
one
ahead.
of the two out there.
Okay,
but
go
she
ahead.
gonna get her business out there. And they specialize in wild meal replacement shakes and lit energy teas. My wife has some of the shakes and teas.
What they taste
They
like?
are delicious.
Are they good?
Yeah,
Did
and
they
they
give her
good for
energy?
you. Yeah, and she's dropped.
Okay.
She's dropped. I think as of today, she's dropped 10 pounds. She has that shake in the morning.
Uh-oh.
And then and uses that and substitutes that.
Uh-oh.
One for breakfast, one for lunch.
Okay.
And she got it going on with that. So go to see Bennett Nutrition, 475 Palmer
Right on,
Avenue
Damon, for shooting
in,
out Diamond.
Bennett, Colorado, 80102. Also, Lil Shuey. That's another. My wife got so much family. They got Kings, they got Porters. They all over Denver. They half the Denver population. But Lil Shuey, he got a business called King's Touch. You can go get you some tight hats, some t-shirts and everything on that. And the boy make this shine like royalty beard oil. And I'm talking about this, man.
Well, you can't forget about Cole the Empress. She got
Cola,
some beard oil too.
She got it. Cole the Empress got it too. But this boy right here, he got that beard oil. I put that on, man. My wife be all up on me, man. You know, she be smelling it, want to lay all
Your
up
wife
on me
just
and
love
everything.
you, brother. She ain't caring. You ain't worried about that.
Yeah,
brother.
but she
But
like
is it good beard oil?
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
it'll make it small, it's soft and everything, man.
Okay.
You know, and you know, it ain't that ultra perm. I can tell you that now. It ain't the ultra perm.
Okay, all right.
But it's
nothing but fruits and berries,
nothing
right?
but fruits and berries.
Okay.
He makes it and mixes it himself. That's chemistry right there. Y'all brothers is out here doing it. You can go to Teesprings. That's teespring.com/stores/Kings-Touch Apparel. And you can just go to his website, Lil Shuey on Facebook. You can look him up on that.
If you guys need any more information about these businesses, make sure you either call or inbox us on that. Also, make sure you're following us.
Yeah.
Make sure you liking us. So when we come on, you guys will be on too. This ain't just for us. This belongs to you all as well.
We love supporting and protecting y'all. Love, support, and protect us back. This is all about getting the black positivity with the black folk. Right now, y'all, also, CC, she got her Sweets Productions, Photography, and Videography. They can contact her on Facebook at www.facebook.com/cecil.perrin at 507. She do videography and photography. So y'all go out there and take a look at them. Also, we got another black-owned business, Alexis Mays. Did I say that right?
That's right.
Essence of Bomani Customs. That's what it is.
Go look at her on Instagram. It's essence_of_Bomani_customs. Go out there and check her out. She got the candles. She got the incense. She got it all.
She got it
so,
all.
you know, if you need some more information on that, give us a call. Listen, you guys, we got to love, support, and protect each other. So what we're saying right now is instead of quit paying up for Jerry Curls, quit paying up, save your money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come and talk to us. These is y'all's people. And even more than that, they right here in the town. So y'all got to support what's right here in the town. We got to love, support, and protect each other. Go ahead with Jahala Walker.
All right, Jahala Walker, Hands of Oshun.
That's right.
All right, her she do bath bombs, body wash, scrubs, massages, all that, y'all. So get with her. Go look her up. Hands of Oshun, OSHUN.
Shoot that number out
Her
too,
phone
just in case
number
they need
is
to call.
797-481-6757.
979.
Oh, yeah, excuse me, 979-481-6757. Now, y'all can go to Bed Bath & Body Works and spend money with them all day. But go spend some money with a sister, y'all. Just give her a call up.
As long as one of us got it, some of us got it.
Yeah.
Let's all share that money together. Well, let's quit trying to compete and outshine everybody. Now, tell them who we got lined up today.
Hold up, we got one more announcement to do.
Oh, that's
we
right.
got Black Wall Street event, you guys. It's September 18th through the 21st, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. at 919 Park Avenue West, Denver, Colorado, 80205. Join us in celebrating the movement of the black dollar. Black-owned businesses for clothes, food, music, and etc. Go out there again, Black Wall Street, September 18th through the 21st, 919 Park Avenue West, Denver, Colorado, 80205.
Black Wall Street. We need to bring that back, y'all. Y'all black folks.
Anybody know the story about Tulsa, Oklahoma? We definitely need to bring
We ain't
Black
got
Wall
time for
Street
you to
back,
share that with
there.
us right now.
But
Tell
the
them to
brothers
Google
was
it.
handling their business.
tell them to
Google
Google
the
it.
story of Tulsa. All right, y'all. But we got a special guest. Some of y'all know him as Keith Hayes. I know him as Lil Hardwork, a.k.a. Leroy. His mama made him Leroy. I'm going to call him Leroy.
Mama named him Clay. I'm going to call him Clay.
Yeah, this is a great redemption story, and we're going to bring him on right now, and we're going to tell you about what's going on with him.
Give us a minute, y'all. Mike and Mike at night. If you hear at nighttime, you hear at the right time. Mike and Mike at night.
Yes.
Our news, our business.
Our news, our business all day. Yeah, watch, don't hit the camera.
Opportunity knocking, a nigga was off the coffee and out of club like my window. The Grammys is way too lofty.
Move over,
Not to stay here forever, I could die here.
Get in front of
I
the
don't have
mic.
to try it. When your mouth too sugars, please. Jesus made an album, monster waiting in the line for cream. She dreaming technicolor with black and white. Opportunity knocking, a nigga just got her nails done. Skeletons in my closet, gonna open the door when Yale comes. They ain't gonna wanna see my silhouette.
Something there, let David know we appreciate it.
Smelling all black. Mississippi back of my granny gon' turn up in her grave and say my granny really was a slave for this. All you incomplete similes and pages written, you know they flip this niggas. How you afraid to rap it? You look to heaven after so we can freedom now. Ain't no ocean floor when you can be a Jesus now.
Don't feel the light that wears me within. You are powerful beyond imagine. Just let your light glow.
17 moments and cloudy days on my snap. Mysterious aberration illuminated.
Back at you one more time. You see, we do these commercial breaks when we're still sitting here looking at you, you know? So you don't think we out doing some trickery, some chicanery, some tomfoolery.
Some skullduggery.
Right. We're right here in the house. We got our man just like we promised you. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, now this is Keith Hayes. Y'all know him around Montbello, Denver area, Aurora, all that. But we got a special redemption story with him. And it's just what black folks is all about. And when we down, y'all, we definitely ain't out. So Keith, I just want you to start off and tell them you just got a new job, brother, and tell them your position, the school name, what you're doing, and lace us on what you're doing.
Go
right
ahead and
now.
look at them, brother, so they know who you are.
Appreciate you. My name is Keith Hayes, here from Denver, Colorado. I currently work at 5280 High School as the Director of Recovery at that high school. It is an accredited high school in Denver, Colorado that has a recovery component that helps students who struggle with alcohol and drug addiction get clean and sober, stay clean and sober, and get their high school diploma while doing so free of charge.
Okay. Wow. What did you say? Say that one more time, the last thing you said.
Free of charge.
What black folks like? Say that one more time.
Free of charge.
Thank you.
Free
Go ahead.
99. All right. So tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about what exactly do you do and how is that set up at the school?
So at the end of the day, we have a program called the Summit Program. And the Summit Program allows students who are trying to stay clean and sober one day at a time, have an opportunity to come sit down with other students and with the recovery staff. You have myself, there's also 2 recovery coaches as well, and we can sit down and talk about the principles of recovery and not just how we apply those principles in our daily lives, but how we can apply those principles in the classroom. And these are students, some who have struggled, have been in inpatient programs, they've been in rehabs, some have just really been in dire situations in their life, and they can't go to a normal high school like East or George or somewhere like that. They need to be able to go somewhere where they can be around other students who understand what they've been through, who have been there, you know, and who are willing to help them through it. You know, when our freshmen come through the door, there are seniors there who have 2 or 3 years clean and sober who can say, hey, I've been there, I know where you're at, but you can rock with us, you can roll with us and continue this journey, you know, while getting your diploma and staying clean and sober one day at a time. Because for some of us, staying clean and sober is life and death. You know, some of us go out there and make the ultimate sacrifice and they don't come back, right? So for those that are in recovery, it is our responsibility to not only give away what was so freely given to us, but to let other people know that this can work for you and that recovery is possible.
Okay.
Amen. That's great. So, you know, that's where you're at now, right? That's where you're at now.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that journey to get you there and what started you. Cause
what's your story?
Because you're telling me about you're a former addict, right?
Right, I am.
Okay, you're a former addict. And so we want to hear, you know, this is 3 years in the making. So take us on a journey of that 3-year journey.
Okay. So 3 years ago, I was living on Kofax. I was selling dope. I was on paper. I was doing dope. You know, I was drinking. I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic and an addict, right? And I work a program of recovery on a daily basis. But before then, though, I was a hopeless dope fiend, you know? I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop from my kids. I couldn't stop from my mom. I couldn't stop from my family. Why? Because I had a lot of resentments toward a lot of people. I had a whole lot of fear. And as a black man, we never want to admit that we're struggling with something. You know, we were always raised to say, hey, if you're dealing with something, you need to figure it out on your own, right? And that's what we try to do. We try to figure everything out on our own. But I found out that I couldn't do this by myself.
Okay.
I couldn't do this by myself. I needed something else to be able to do this. And, you know, everybody who suffers with alcoholism and drug addiction, you have to find your bottom, whatever that looks like for you. I've been an alcoholic and an addict, and I really didn't know it for 20 plus years. You know, I struggled with it in high school. I struggled with it as a young adult. I lost a marriage because of it. I lost relationships because of it. I lost homies because I couldn't stop drinking and drugging. Right? And they would always tell me, like, you got a problem, you got a problem. And I'm like, I ain't got no problem. You the problem. Because, see, when you're in active addiction, you can't take responsibility for your actions. See, we real good at passing the buck. That's what we do. And 3 years ago, I was still passing the buck. You know, I was out ripping and running streets. I was out there doing my thing. You know, it's what it was. And this is just what we've seen. This is what we grow up in our communities. You know, you either out gang banging, you slanging dope, you know, you doing what we do. And we just think that's part of the journey. We think that's just part of the journey. So, you know, look, I was naive to a whole lot of things. But
let me ask you a question real quick. So we got people out there that may be listening, and they want to know, I want you to get them from where you were and where they are right now to here.
Right.
So what would you say the first step in doing that is?
So the first step is if you're struggling with any type of addiction, is you got to concede to your innermost self that you're a drug addict and an alcoholic, and that you're powerless, and that your life has become unmanageable. That would be the first step.
Okay, so until you admit, because you know you got a lot of people out here that say, man, I just do my thing, you know. I just have a little drink here and there.
Yeah, even though you had lost about 4-5 jobs along the way, right? You had cracked out a couple cars, you got a couple of DUIs, but you ain't got a problem.
Right.
Yeah, that was me.
The kids.
That was me. Right, my kids is out.
The house is unmanageable.
Right, everything is unmanageable. Right, it gets so unmanageable you ain't even taking care of your kids. You got child support garnishing your check because you ain't showing up to work because you've been drinking and drugging all weekend.
Well, speak to the ladies, because they ain't doing that. They ain't paying child support. So go ahead and speak to our black women. They just have a little Hennessy every day and a little bit of, you know.
Well, hey, at the end of the day.
We got Joe Bassar saying super dope. It's all about the youth. I love a comeback story. And we got Vivian just posting up a 10.
Let's go. That's right on. Go ahead, man.
You know, this disease is this disease is a non-discriminatory ass kicker. All right, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or if you're a male or if you got money or if you don't got money. How many celebrities have we seen die due to this disease? Right. How many black women? How many black men was raised by women who were strung out on crack? Right, and we hear those stories of black women who do recover. I see them all the time in the rooms of recovery. You know, and we see them out there strung out, selling their diapers, doing these things out here just to get that next hit, just to get that next fix of heroin. It's out there. Okay. It's out there.
So talk about the journey, because I want you to go to the day where this all started. That day that you had the folks that loved you walking up and down Colfax searching for you. Can you tell us about that day? And
this is your part of the story.
Yeah, this is my part of the story. This is my little brother and everything.
So a little bit over 3 years ago, my mom, they pulled up to the Niagara Motel looking for me, right? I get a phone call from the homie like, hey, yo mama's up here looking for you. I'm at the 7-star. Yo mama is looking for you. She at the Niagara. So I call her like, what's up? She's like, meet me. I end up telling her to meet me at the Wendy's. And my mom and my aunt and Mike and the other homie Shaq, they was at the Wendy's and they was like, hey, you know, whatever you doing out here, we want you to come home. You know, and I wasn't trying to hear it. You know, I had a sack of dope on me. You know, I had a pistol on me. You know, I wasn't ready. It wasn't my time. And you know, I left them hanging, you know, and I know it broke their heart to see me out there like that, but I wasn't ready for change yet.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I just want to ask you this question because I know that you've been exposed to a lot of black men. You've seen a lot of black men. You work with a lot of black men. what would be your best advice? Let's say that you got 30 seconds to live. You on your way out of here, and you could speak to one black man. What would be your advice to him right now?
I pray that you find God. I pray that you find God, because the only way that you can be saved, the only way that you can deal with anything you're dealing with today, is you're going to have a connection with God. And I'm grateful that I have a connection with God today that has not only restored me to sanity, that allows me to live happy, joyous, and free one day at a time. And that would be my biggest suggestion. I hope you can find God today, my brothers.
And at this point, where do you see, how do you view yourself? I'm going to ask you this. How do you view yourself, and how do you view our people? So that's a two-part question. How do you see Keith, and then how do you see the black people as a whole?
I view myself today as somebody who is blessed, somebody who is lucky to be alive today, because I probably shouldn't be. There was too many times that I should have been dead. But I know God has a plan for my life, and he has a vision for me, and I'm just trying to execute that vision. As for black people as a whole, we lost. We lost. We are so divided. I ain't got no beefs with no black men out there. I don't care if you wearing red, if you wearing blue, whatever. I ain't got no beef with nobody, because today it's about, we got to come together.
Love, support, and protect.
That's it. All day long. All day long. So yeah, we got to come together. But we lost as a people right now. We is, and that goes back to 400 years of oppression, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
And
that's true.
that's what it is.
I'm sorry.
Tell me, where did you go to start your recovery?
I went to the Salvation Army Denver ARC. Hey, just so you know, that ain't no Malibu Club rehab, right? I mean, it's people straight off the street.
Down and dirty.
Down and dirty, with the bed bugs and the roaches, the real deal, and you have to be willing to go to any lengths in a treatment facility like that if you really want your recovery, because it is the last house on the block.
So would you not say that to recover first, I mean, just a little bit, you have to want it?
You gotta want it. You gotta want it. You gotta be willing to do something different. Nothing changes if nothing changes, right? You gotta be willing to put in the work necessary to change. I only had to change one thing: everything.
Oh, come on now, give me some of
everything, right? I had to change everything, bro.
So when
everything.
Because I have talked to people that struggle with that, and I ain't gonna say I'm all the way out of the woods in some cases, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We all have areas that we can clean up in ways in which we can do better. But I'm saying this, some people that I talk to, they gonna tell me, well, you know what would you say to the person that says, well, you know what, because if you throw the God at them, it's gonna tell, well, when God's ready for me to change, then I'm gonna change. What would you say to that person?
I would say, sometimes we don't get that opportunity. Sometimes we make the supreme sacrifice and we die. So what's the choice to be? I mean, every week in my fellowship, we burying somebody. In the recovery community in Colorado alone, we always burying somebody. We in the biggest opiate epidemic we've ever seen in our lives. So,
and you got to speak to that. So this is also affecting our black community.
Yes, it is. It
Wow.
is.
Wow.
It is.
Wow.
Black people were using heroin in the 70s. Right? Yeah. But they using it today, not just heroin alone, but they on that government heroin too. All them pills, all the prescription pills. How many black people we know strung out on pills? Yeah. Right? They strung out. Okay. So this is not just in the black community, it's everywhere, right? It's everywhere. This is on Wall Street, and that's why they care now, because it's not just affecting us anymore. Yeah. It's affecting everybody.
Well, I'm glad that you came on today to not only share your story, but to give some encouragement out there to people that may be struggling, because, again, this is a self-improvement what? This is Self-Improvement Thursday. This is what we do on Thursday. Yeah. We talk about people, ideas, and situations in which can better ourselves from the inside out. So Keith came here tonight to talk to us a little bit about that. We're gonna take a quick break. We got some deep questions to ask him. We ain't done with it yet. But we had somebody who's gonna call into the show. We wanted to talk to them about the flip side of that, because it's not always the people that have been down and dirty and have to deal with addiction or anything like that. It also comes on for the people that have been living successful lives that find themselves lost. So we got some deep questions to ask. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right with you right here on Mike and Mike at Night.
Yes, sir.
How do you love? How do you remember me? I'm a romantic nightingale. I hope the darkness keeps you well. When I can't fall asleep at night, I blindly taught myself to fight. Oh, shadow man, shadow boss, please keep your hands up. And if you get knocked down, don't forget to stand up.
Stand up.
Trust the night and begin. Darkness keep you well. Trust the night and begin. Darkness keep you well.
Shadow man, shadow box dancing, the dark of me, this resurrected agony, this apathy for caskets. Everything I ever loved, I lost in the magic.
Right on, back here on Mike and Mike at Night. We got somebody we want to bring on to the show today. This is my man coming all the way from Virginia. Hold on. Oh, I need to, come on now. Come on, Craig. I need him to come in here.
When I die,
He gonna come in here and talk to us for a quick second. And these are just some tools that he has used to keep himself going. And like I said, there's two different sides of it. There are the people that have had to deal with addiction and things of that nature, and there's still people that haven't and still have to make sure that they're maintaining and keeping themselves together as well. So we're gonna bring my man Tony onto the show. We're gonna see what he got to say about what he does to keep himself going in the crazy world.
What up, T? You on, brother? Talk to us.
Hello?
Yeah, you on?
You on, man. We just want to ask, what do you do to keep yourself going in this crazy world right now?
Well, one of the things I try to do is I try to keep myself motivated. You know what I mean? And I try to use motivational. I do a lot of motivational takes. Well, not takes. I'm gonna thank myself, not takes, but motivational music for one, and motivational speakers that I listen to a lot. I found a couple of them really be beneficial for me during this time, right? If I can give a plug, I don't know these people, but Fearless Motivation is one, and there's also one called Fearless Soul, SOUL, and they run the gamut from motivating yourself to do better in business, better in relationships. I think I heard you on your call on me a couple weeks ago, maybe it was last week, talking about relationships, and they have a very good series of relationship, motivations to keep yourself together with your spouse, work relationship, whatever relationship that you need to really focus on. And I think that helps me quite a bit.
So so you have a routine that you run through every day. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, so I think a routine kind of keeps you in the right frame of mind every day, right? Because every time we get up, we don't know what's going to happen when we get out of the bed, right? So I think the first thing we do, based on what I do, is one of the motivations I listen to is called Thank You, and it just talks about how you get up in the morning. As soon as you get up, you're grateful. You're grateful for your family, your friends, your job, whatever things that you have, and it goes through a series of things you should be thankful for and things you should be grateful for. And so you can't go wrong with that, because to me, it can reach any person. Any person is grateful for something, right?
There's always something.
Whatever it is. And so you find what works for you, but it lists so many different opportunities for you to be grateful and be thankful for, right? And then it goes into, so typically I do that first thing in the morning when I get up. And then, because I have a routine in the house, we have a couple of dogs, take the dogs for a walk, I listen to a little bit more, I come back in. So when I mentioned earlier, it goes through so many different series of topics that it depends on really what my day is going to be like, or what I want my day to be like. And some of them are very generic, right? So again, gratitude, being thankful, those things motivate you to do whatever it is you want to do. You want to make money, you want to, whatever you want to do, you get to be grateful. Success is one thing. Everybody talks about success and what we want to do, But then success sometimes we look at as money, how much money we make, what kind of house we have, what kind of car we drive, right? But there's so many different misconceptions about success that one of the motivational things I listen to, it just kind of explains the fact that success is what you make of it. Success is reaching a goal that you set for yourself. So if I'm looking at you on your show, you got a good show. So, okay, I want that to you, you're successful on your show.
Amen.
That show might not be making money or a lot of money or whatever it is, you're trying to achieve. But the thing is, you're successful at it because you're doing what you want to do.
And that's just like how Keith was talking to us today about, that's what he wanted to do. And we kind of threw that back and forth. Like, if that's what you want to do, if you want to get off of drugs, then there are some steps that you take to keep yourself that way.
Amen.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, hey, Tony, I appreciate you very much for coming on and just giving us a little insight into what it is that you do. Is there anything else you want to leave us with?
I just want to commend you and your co-host right there, because again, I've heard it a couple times, and I think what you're doing is a good thing for our people and people in general, but for our people. And I think that people continue to tune in. You give them good information. That can only be a blessing, brother.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, you have a good one, and thanks for calling in, or me calling you.
He called you back. He called in.
Hey, you have a good one, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
All right. So you said you had a question for him that you wanted to answer.
Yeah, because I want to talk to you. So, the thing that led you to getting noticed at the school when you had the what's her position, the director or no, the principal? Or
She would be the founder and school leader.
Founder and school leader.
Yeah.
So what led to her picking you up out of that and seeing you? What were you doing?
Recognizing your potential, basically.
Me and her belong to the same 12-step fellowship, and we've been doing some service work together, and we've just been around each other over the last couple of years. And, she started talking to me about it because I had a career in finance. So I was doing something entirely different with my life. I was still working my program of recovery, but I was working in finance. And she approached me maybe back in like March about a possible opportunity that was coming up in regards to being the director of recovery at 5280 High School. And we had some discussions around it. And the opportunity came available. And she asked me, and after a lot of prayer, God made it very clear this is where he wanted me to be and where he directed me to go. And I'm just being faithful.
So you actually turned down a job at your current position. You was offered a management position that was lucrative to you.
Making six figures.
Yeah.
Making six
and
figures.
you turned that down so you can go do this and be recovered.
I did.
Although you making pretty decent money here.
So let me tell you guys. He ain't coming in here as a little black dusty man, because the first thing I recognized is that we was both sporting some Nautica.
Yeah.
And that ain't cheap. But anyway, but I just want to say that he's successful, and as Brother Tony just said earlier, it's not always about money. It's about accomplishing the goals that you set out for yourself and achieving those. Success, I've heard this and read this in a book as well. Success begins when you do. When you get on that road to say this is where I'm going, at that minute you're successful. Whether or not you get there or not. The minute you decide in your mind this is what I'm going to do, you become successful. And I know you probably even experienced that with addiction. The minute you told yourself, listen, I'm done with it. I'm going to move forward. At that point you were successful.
And and it's about not listening to the naysayers. Because people are going to always come around you and tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing. And they're going to always be a critic. They're going to be a critic on everything you do. But you can't listen to those people because they don't know what your plan is for yourself. So you set your plan up for yourself and then you just act it out. And then when you achieve that, then you set up another goal. What did Brother Jeff tell us about that? What was it, 12, 100?
Yeah, I know Brother Jeff wants you to tell everybody else that.
Yeah, but it was
Brother Jeff had a goal.
Yeah, he had a goal.
He said he was going to achieve that goal.
I ain't going to break down the whole goal.
Right.
But I like his goal. and he achieved it. So,
and it was good.
Yeah.
But I sometimes you have to be careful, too, in who you choose to share your success with.
Yeah.
Because everybody's not going to be proud of you.
Right.
Everybody's not going to support you.
Right.
Everybody's not going to think you're doing a good thing.
What was that? Smiling in your face.
Exactly. So you have to be really selective and you have to be cerebral when it comes to the people that you choose to be in your circle. But you know what? I break it down like this, and this has been my thing because I'm a big football fan. I break down my relationships and my friendships like a football team. I got quarterbacks, and these are the people that I can depend on. The people that I know that can get me out of the clutch, you know what I'm saying, that I'm going to let hold the ball throughout the game.
Yeah.
But I got kickers, and they need to sit on the bench for the most part. Now, if I really need something, if I done blown it all and I need them to come into the game for a minute and just do something for me real quick, I can call on them. I also got my linebackers and my linemen that protect me, that I know that I can lean on,
Love, support,
that they're
protect.
going to love, support, and protect me. And I got my running backs. I got my guys that I can get a ball to, and they don't care who's in front of me. In front of them, they're going to try to run them over. So the way that I see things is I try to put people in their proper perspective. Not saying that I use people, but I allow people to play their part in my life that they're deserving of playing and that they're also capable of playing. So I don't let my punter play quarterback.
What did
That's real.
what did Ball said? Stay in your lane.
Period. I make sure everybody's staying in their lane.
Yeah.
And the people that contribute 5% of my success, I spend 5% of my time with.
Yeah.
But anyway, Keith, you want to give us anything else on our way out? Because I appreciate the whole show and everything you have to share with us.
First I just want to thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate you so much. Just real quick, want to shout out my high school, 5280 High School. It's on 899 North Broadway. If you know anybody, any high school students who are struggling with addiction, and maybe they just need a change of scenery, maybe they need to come to a school where they can feel a part of, where they can be around students who also struggle with addiction, who want to do something different with their lives, who want to graduate, who maybe even want to go to college, whatever that looks like, please reach out to me. I'm Keith Hayes on Facebook. All right, you can shoot me an inbox. It's Keith. Last name is Hayes, Hayes. Okay. Please reach out to me. I would definitely love to speak with the parents, with the student about getting them enrolled into our high school.
Real quick, Keith, if there are parents that may be struggling with addiction, because you know a lot of times these kids come from homes where there's addiction there as well. Do you guys have help for them?
I sponsor all day, so hit me up too. I take men through the work of recovery. If you're a woman, I know women who can help you if that's something you're interested in. So please, either way, whether you're an adult struggling with addiction or you know a student, a high school student who's struggling with addiction, holla at me. It's what we do. It's this altruistic movement that we live by today. It's doing something for somebody else and not expecting nothing back in return. I do it because it's my passion. I do it because it's my purpose. I do it because it's my calling, and for no other reason. God supplies everything that I need in my life. So if you're struggling, whether you're an adult, whether you know a student in the Denver metro area or anywhere, get at me, holla at me. I'm available, and we want to get them connected to a program or whatever that may look like to get anybody that we can some help, because that's the life that we live today.
And once again, if you can't, you know who we are. We Mike and Mike at night. So if for any reason you forget and say, well, hey, I wanted to holler at Keith about this or that, I don't know how to get a hold to him. Get a hold to us. We know how to get a hold to them. We know there are kids out there struggling with addiction. We know there are parents out there struggling with addiction. And let's start with our home first. Let's start with our black people first to get them right and get them where they need to be. Anything else on our way out?
He ain't heavy. Lift your brothers up, y'all.
So what we're doing all day long is we're going to love,
support,
and protect.
Our news, our business. This is Mike and Mike
at night. You guys have a good one. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.
Like us, share us, y'all.
I see y'all.
Share us. Put us all over everywhere. Like us. Follow us. Go on to the page.
Nobody wants to admit that they're bodily and mentally different than their fellows. But if you're struggling today, get at me. Get at me. Everybody here on my live. You get whatever you're dealing with. I'm here. You know, it's okay to say, hey, I need some help. I'm struggling with some things today. You know, I've been there. I've been homeless. You know, I've been through the journey. I've been shot at. I did all that shit. And I'm still here. And God brought me through all that. So, man, I'm just putting myself out there. You know, I'm putting myself out there. So if you need some help, or if you're struggling, or you dealing with something, man, I'm here to be of service. All right? Love you all. Peace and blessings.
I'm going to take these shots.
How can he love Jesus? Kanye and K-Dot, Martin, Malcolm, and Schaefer, Mitsubishi and Maybach. Contradictory, nah, it's complimentary. Understanding me ain't for the simple and elementary. Oh, I know this might go over some heads, but I come from being governed